Hi, my name is Linus and I'm the James H. Binger Professor of Clinical Law. I specialize in immigration law. I'm an immigration attorney, and within that I specialize in what's called removal defense, which is defending people who are facing deportation and detention from the United States. And within that, I specialize with people who have criminal records and who are facing deportation. Immigration law is in many ways the law that defines what makes the United States the United States. You know, a lot of the ways that we think about immigration law is we are deciding who we are allowing to become part of our communities. The question about immigration law really is a question of what we think makes America America. So much of what my clinic does is help represent people who are detained and facing removal from the United States. And that can involve students working with clients and presenting a case in front of an immigration judge in order to argue why that person should be either released from custody or why they should not be deported and why they should be allowed to stay in the United States with their family or their community. Well, I have a 7-year-old daughter who is extremely, I would say adventurous is a good way to put it. And she certainly keeps me on my toes. I garden, which is something that I never thought I would be doing, but during the pandemic and afterwards, it certainly seemed like a really good thing to do. When you're in law school, you sort of get sucked into a very strong culture and you get into structures, sucked into a very strong way of thinking. And it's easy to forget that the world is made of lots of different perspectives. The best piece of advice I have about that is really to make sure that you spend time with people who are nothing to do with the law, who will be able to say, who won't even be able to name more than 2 Supreme Court justices. When you are working as a lawyer on a case, you will know way more about the client and the case than anybody else, including the judge that is going to be deciding the case. And that surprised me, that it's oftentimes, even though we read opinions written from the perspective of a judge, it's the lawyers who actually know a lot more about what was going on. It's just they're not the ones that get to write the opinions.